Anyway, starting this video, doing the second part actually to this video because my camera just decided to just turn right off, which I don't quite know what that was really all about. Got to try to figure that out. But anyway, where I ended on my last video, or the last part of this, the first part of this video, was the fact that I was mentioning the fact that that the local populations in the Caribbean, a place like Guyana, have holidays commemorating or that are celebrated by the other peoples there in Guyana. So I mentioned that Guyana is a place that considers itself the country of six different races that all live in peace and harmony. And as a result, the different cultures that are there, those of African descent, those of East Indian descent, those of Chinese descent, you have the local population known as the Amerindians. They all have holidays or celebrations in honor of them. Interestingly enough, the Portuguese who are there don't. That has always been somewhat of a mystery to me. So the Portuguese lurk, or the Portuguese influence, or the Portuguese presence lurks as a shadow in the background, because you look around and then you realize that you see businesses in in Guyana, or in St. Kitts and Nevis, or Trinidad with Portuguese surnames like Fernandez or Silver, or you will see names like Vera, De Freitas, I think that's what it is, or in my family, Da Costa or De Jesus. You'll see the names around. There are people I went to school with who have Portuguese last names. So it's there, but there's nothing explaining why it's there. Again, it's just not common knowledge. I'm not saying that there's not works on that, but there's no explanation as to why those names are there. Where did they come from? You know, people going to school with me with surnames like Da Costa, and they're not thinking about it, or De Castro, and they're not looking around like, yeah, where did I get that surname from? They just know they have it. But if you ask them anything about Portuguese ancestry, they know very little. And I know this for a fact because after I came back from Madeira, I put my trip report on various pages, especially in Guyana, where my wife is from, and everyone was thrilled to find out about this place known as Madeira. They're planning trips to go there. They're like, wow, I used to hear my grandmother saying something about a place known as Madeira. Or, yeah, I heard my grandfather saying something about some place known as Madeira. And I would look at the names and I would see all these Portuguese surnames in the response. And it's like, they know little about Madeira. They know little about that history. They know little as to why they have a Portuguese surname. So this is why I wanted to do this video, because that's something I want to fix. I want to close that gap to bring this around, because I do have a Facebook page, by the way. I think it's called Portuguese Heritage Discovery. You should go over there and on Facebook, Portuguese Heritage Discovery. You should go on over there and check it out and just become a member of that page, because I want to close this gap, especially when, you know, for us in the Caribbean. I can't speak for the Madeirans who went to Hawaii and who went to Indiana or Illinois, the Midwest of the United States. I can't speak for them. But in terms of the Caribbean where I am from, I want to close that gap. I want Madeirans to become aware of this history, and I want people from the Caribbean who are of Portuguese descent to be aware of this history. So that's primarily why I'm doing this video and why I did this part and did this interim, because I wanted to just make sure that that is something that is basically addressed. To me, it's a passion of mine right now. You know, other people may not be interested. I may have people watching and it's like, I don't care about that. But, you know, for those who do, it's just something I find to be rather fascinating. It's something I find to be rather interesting. And it's one of those crazy things that I've asked my wife before, just to show you how there's a lack of knowledge there, even though I think there was something done in the past in regard to this. But in a place like Guyana, where I want to say about a third of the population, of their population, is of Portuguese descent, I am surprised that Portugal or Guyana has not made a better effort to having a better diplomatic relations with a place like Portugal, being that a third of your population descended from that country. But again, I think one of the big reasons for that is because no one really knows to want to care. So I want to go ahead and take care of that and handle that. And as I said last night, my wife and I, most of the people watching this video, watching these videos, are of Portuguese descent or are Portuguese. We have not exactly started promoting these videos yet to the Caribbean side. We eventually will, and bring them over to seeing these videos. But because we're talking about Madeira right now and talking about our visit there, that's why I have not brought them over yet, but I eventually will. I'll eventually start sharing these videos on those Facebook pages, or pointing it out to my friends who are from Guyana, who are from Trinidad, who are from Jamaica, who are from St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua, and the different places in the Caribbean. So I just want you to basically get this out there. I hope you guys found this interesting. As my wife also say, please subscribe. You can like, and you can go ahead and you can put your comments in the bottom. I would be more than happy to hear your thoughts, hear your opinions, hear what you think about what I had to say. I would really enjoy it. So before this thing cuts off from me again, I'm going to end the second part of the video. And I thank you guys so much for tuning in. I thank you for subscribing. I thank those of you who have liked. You don't have to like if you don't want to, but I thank you guys for also doing that. So I really appreciate it. So I just want to bid you guys farewell for now from Mad About Madeira until my wife and I do the next video continuing on about our trip report when we went to Madeira. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And until the next time, see you guys from Mad About Madeira.